Well, it's another beautiful Friday. Glad to be here. It's the best part of my day. I got the young kids in here. They look young and fresh, virile, lively, and carrying the Fence Armor brand faithfully every morning. Now, in the afternoon, I'm not sure. Definitely when they get paid. Oh, I remember those days. Which kind of brings us to today. 8 years ago, we were on the Dragon's Den. The Dragon's Den is similar to Shark Tank. In fact, it's the same original producers and cast. But I think originally, the Dragon's Den started in England. You come in with ideas and you see if the dragons, in this case, like your ideas and whether they want to invest in you. But in this case, it was season 11, and we were fortunate enough to be the concluding episode, the final episode of season 11. But certainly up until that point, they've never had competing companies battle it out with each other, because it's kind of the battle episode. And the one who gets to present is the one who wins the battle. So it was really interesting, and it took us off guard, obviously, because we were just focused on presenting to the dragons, but we had to battle it out. In this particular episode, we had to build a set, as it were. It had to fit a specific profile, kind of like the size of this desk, because it has to get in between stages and so forth. We never got to know who the competitor was until the day of the show. And since we've never heard of them or ever heard of this company, we had no idea, how to prepare. And that was the whole idea. They wanted us to ballot out there. I must say, our competition happened to choose the same colors as we have. And we existed before them. Wonder how that happened. Right at the beginning, told us to stand and stare at each other, and the camera swiped around us, which was kind of cool. And then, of course, they introduce both of us. That was our first generation shirts. We kind of had the orange and gold color against the green. The hostess introduces us, and she got to flip the coin, as it were. Yeah, I won the toss. I said, hey, I want to go second because it just makes sense. I could hear, I've never heard of this product before. I could hear the pitch. You can see the dragons are listening to the pitch, but the product she's suggesting is basically an umbrella that sits at the bottom of the post. Then you can see me roll out. There's see the mailbox post? Yeah. It's the same one. And I only asked for $15,000 for 5% of the company. I didn't want to be greedy, and you can see how things have changed over the years. The company is much more valued now, but you go on these shows, and there's the valuation that some of these people have are so high and so unreasonable that the dragons, just mock it. I wanted to come in way low so that we would have that attention and seriousness from them. In due diligence, when they analyze the numbers, easily that evaluation was going to be acceptable. So it may look low, but that's, on purpose we put it low so it would be something that would be interesting for the dragons and reasonable in that world, because it's so many of them get beat up on over-evaluation. I want $1 million of this thing. Well, how much did you sell last year? Well, we didn't sell anything, but it's definitely worth $1 million. It doesn't work that way. So you can see the dragon's expressions, and ultimately the episode, I think, is about just under 10 minutes. But we were there for, I guess, 3 hours or so. Not specifically just on our segment, but for everybody's. And I was able to use the weed whacker. It was electric. And yes, I was nervous. You don't really get a second chance. It's not like they can stop the camera. They don't care what you have to say. But here was the time where they brought back the competitor, and the dragons had their discussion. Wow. We had to go back in this room, which was also a little bit uncomfortable. We had to kind of stand there quietly.
How much anybody has sold anywhere other than She's in Low.
I'd like to know what their sales are.
I would too.
Yeah. Let's bring them back out. Okay. Bring them
Yeah,
back.
I remember that. They wanted to talk about our sales. And this again, it's all unscripted.
What are the sales of your respective companies in the last 12 months? We'll start with you, Leslie.
$43,000.
Okay. Al.
$115,000 US. And you should have put that in your pitch.
Both of you.
So,
Yeah.
They didn't tell us to. They didn't tell us to. Otherwise, we would have. Not both of us would have messed up on that. It also gave an opportunity for them to ask it at the same time. So maybe that was the whole plan.
Not in your pitch. You told us we should have. Yeah.
agreed. What glares at me, guys, is 700,000 valuation versus 300.
Let's do a vote here. Who do we think has won?
How are you feeling right now?
I feel hot. I'm a little hot on the collar right now.
Bit nerve-wracking, eh?
It is. You know, I'm going to go with Al only because of one reason. He's got U.S. sales, which means he has a U.S. distribution partner.
And you, Joe? Diane, we're ready for them. We've made a decision.
All right, they're ready for you.
Diane, we're ready for them. We've made a decision.
It was a sweaty moment, I must say. It was stressy back there. Didn't have a lot of air in there.
Well,
And I would have felt it.
4 to 1 vote.
For sure.
That we'd like to hear more from Al. Thanks, Leslie, but you didn't win the battle this time.
Thank you.
Good luck, Leslie.
Thank you. I am surprised. I'm surprised. I was so confident going in. I still think it's a far superior product.
Dun, dun, dun. And, you know, that was literally the first time we knew that we had made it through to the battleground. And you can see how the episode is almost divided up. You know, it's, what was it, about 4 minutes and 40 seconds before we heard, and then we've got another bit of time. And that presentation that we had to make, I think we had 90 seconds or something.
So are all your sales in the U.S.?
About 99.4%.
And how do you sell your product?
We have an online store. We do sell in Canada, obviously. We have some distribution. One of our larger distributors is actually out of St. Catharines, but most of their product goes to the States. They're very successful with it. And we generally work with fencers because they get it.
What kind of margins on this product?
300%.
300.
Correct.
Oh, that's nice margin.
Ooh.
The market for this product at the moment has been hugely the condominium associations.
Okay.
These guys get it.
Right.
They'll call their maintenance people. They'll say,
Maintenance.
"You know what, property manager, you get fence armor, you're killing our fences." Golf courses, state parks, cities.
But there's obviously lots of competition.
There isn't,
So you're telling me there's only 2 products available in the market?
pretty much. There is a couple other products in the States that they really don't market well. One is made out of plastic. The other one is really designed for termite protection.
Okay.
What does it cost to get you your online traffic? What are you spending on marketing per transaction?
Well, I'm not sure. As far as Google AdWords and things like that, we probably spend about $350 a month.
No, but the cost per
Yeah, I
transaction.
know. I had no idea.
$50 a month, so
He doesn't know.
What dollars in sales do you do a month?
On average, I would say about $2,000 a month.
Okay, so 350 over 2,000 is your cost per acquisition, or your cost per sale, which is a number you should know off the back of your hand.
What are you going to do with $15,000? It's not very much money.
No, it isn't much money. I mean, it's really your endorsement.
So then tomorrow, are you going to ask for $100,000 if today you're only asking
No,
for 15?
but you have connections that we don't have.
Al, I think this is a nice little product for you.
Okay,
I can make
you know, and here, to be fair, Jim, even before I got into the battle much, Jim came down, shook my hand, and said, "It's a great idea." And we almost had an agreement right there on the ground, right there. But I think whatever happened, he went back onto the sitting down and continuing the discussion. Anyway, it was interesting to listen to each of the dragons and each of their thoughts.
For me, I think you've driven a post right through my heart for this deal, so I'm out.
Thank you.
My belief in this product that the barrier to entry is very low. I do believe that it's a good business for you, but for me, I'm going to put my money somewhere else. I'm out.
Is it a good business for you, Al? Are you making any money?
Yes.
What was your net margin less in the last 12 months?
Well, from that 115,000, almost 70 of that 1,000 was profit.
that's very good.
That's very good.
Well, hey, listen, you willing to give me a royalty if I invest in the business instead of equity?
Sure. All
Put
things
your
are possible.
face on it, Joe.
Don't do that.
Joe,
That's a bad
defense
deal.
man.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you the 15,000, give me a 10% royalty, and I'll help you market this thing.
$15,000 with 10% royalty.
Yeah.
For how long?
We'll do it for 5 years.
Well, thank you, Joe. That's great.
You know, I'm trying to follow all of your numbers, and if you're in the online game, you need to understand your cost per acquisition.
And you know, to be fair, she's right. We were just brand new in the business.
Yes. Go ahead.
I mean, 8 years ago, just think about how many online companies there were. We were just in the beginning of this. And
These numbers are just.
I have to agree with her that I was not prepared at that level on the marketing side. But I've learned a lot since then.
I'm literally on the fence.
I love that. I love that.
Because I think your margins are fantastic. It's so simple. It's blowing my mind, to be quite honest. But what scares me about you, Al, is that you came in here for $15,000 for 5%. It doesn't seem like you're taking your own business seriously and you're taking our investment seriously. So I'm going to have to be out.
Okay. She's out. So, Al, are we partners?
We are indeed, sir.
Now, what happened here, which was also interesting, you don't, they didn't show it. I said I'd like to talk to my business partner, Louise, and I went back into that room and I got him on the phone.
Oh, they didn't show that.
They didn't show that, but that I guess was boring. So I called him and they filmed all that, and the audio and the rest of it. And he said, "Yeah, let's do it." You know, it was interesting when you're presenting to the Dragons or the Shark Tank or whatever. You really need to come prepared with more about the numbers of the company. I was more focused on the product and what it could do and how it performs and where we can sell it, as opposed to, you know, what does it cost to advertise and so on and so forth. All I could really say is, hey, we're making money on this. So we're spending less money than we're bringing in. So to me, that's making money. And that's what's important. So we can hire and buy people. But when you're talking to, you know, business types, they want to have more specific, you know, where are you spending your money? You know, how are you targeting customers in relationship to the cost of the product? When you're looking at fence armor, yeah, the cost of manufacturing isn't that high, but the cost of marketing and having staff and then being able to package it, all of that stuff adds to the reality of what it is. And if people don't know it exists, it's never going to sell. So guys, thank you. It was a longer than usual Friday morning episode, but I enjoyed it. And nice to go back in time and see how we've progressed as a company. Just so you know, in the end, we did meet with Joe Mimran afterward. And after due diligence from both our companies, we decided that we were going to continue marketing and progressing without him. That's how that finally ended. So stay tuned for next week. Let's see what the kids have for us then. Looking forward to it. Until next Friday, cheers.